I'm in a damn good place when it comes to our baseball team. I love where we're at. You've got a nice lead in the Central. You're figuring some things out. You got two guys, finalists for the All-Star game down there in Arlington. We'll try to get David Fry there. Class A will be there. But I got to tell you, man, the frustration that this organization gives me when they just stick guys out in the outfield. And I get that there's bats and Schneemann is hitting, and it didn't make me feel any better when they go, well, you know, we'll just throw John Kenzie Noel out there after a pinch hit. It's like, you know, the devil and the angel that's supposed to sit on your shoulders and tell you what you're supposed to do? This organization has one. And the angel is sitting there saying, put guys in the outfield that actually play the outfield. But the devil sits there and he goes, well, wait a minute. Anybody can play the outfield. It's not that important. We'll go back to 7-8-year-old rec league. Yeah, just put the crappy guy in right, okay? That's what we do. It's no big deal. Cost you a game last night. That cost you a game last night. And again, we're in a good spot. I'm happy where this team is at, but for the love of God, can we please have a conversation about putting guys that are not outfielders by trade out there? I'm not talking about Tyler Freeman. He has converted. He is an outfielder. I've had enough of putting guys out there. I'm laughing. I'm not really that angry, I guess, but you choked the game away because you wanted to put a guy out there to keep his bat in the lineup, and it cost you the game. We got a lot of guards to talk about this morning. I've got power rankings. We'll get to the All-Star voting. It happened. Bronny makes his way to L.A. That, unfortunately, Ryan, seals everything about LeBron ever coming back. What if the Cavs just traded for Bronny? What if he came here?
Bron's still got 8 years. I don't know what you're talking about.
I guess you're right. Maybe at the end of it, when Bryce is playing too, I guess we can have that conversation as well. News on the Cavs, though. He signed one of the biggest names in college basketball. We hear from Kobe Altman. We've got plenty of football to dive into. Did you have Sunday ticket? Are you getting that check? Ryan is trying to fabricate that he bought Sunday ticket 5 years ago so he can get this check coming from the NFL. I'll try to vouch for it. I guess I just outed it to everybody, and now that's going to be in a court case about you trying to get your money from Sunday ticket. So we got that to talk about. Top NFL offenses for 2024. Are the Browns on that list? Should they be on that list? We got the timeout. I almost said bracket. We didn't do a bracket this week. We got timeout. We got the morning update. We got that immaculate grid. Maybe we do baseball today. What do you think?
We can try it.
I'm not going to lie. I saw baseball, and it kind of got me a little intrigued.
I'm going to go look at it.
All right, we'll do that coming up. We got it all for you. Friday edition right here on Big Play. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Matt Fontana. He is Ryan Tyler. Biggest news of the morning, we survived Skyline.
Yes, we did, Matt.
So the video is out. We lost our bet to the Bangalorean and Drew, who are now partners on YouTube. Congratulations to those guys. It's pretty big for them. You can drop a subscribe on our YouTube at Matt Fontana Show. When do we get to partner? How do we do that? Get a bunch of followers, get a bunch of people, sign up a bunch of accounts.
Who owns YouTube?
No idea. Do you know why that YouTube got started? Do you know the story behind YouTube getting started?
I know the first ever video was the dude at the zoo.
So there were guys that wanted to see the video of Justin Timberlake ripping off Janet Jackson's top, and they go, we couldn't find it online. They created YouTube.
Google owns YouTube.
What is it? Oh, I'm sure they do at this point, yeah. What don't they own? What do they say? Necessity is the mother of invention? Well, the guys go online. They go, I want to see the Justin Timberlake. I want to see Janet Jackson's appendage. And couldn't do it. So they created YouTube. That's how it started. So yesterday, we went to Skyline. We posted the video. We lost to them on the Reds thing. Now, I said it. I put the challenge out. We got to wait and stew on this for months. We'll get back on those guys when the Browns sweep the Bengals. We'll have that.
Yeah, shout out. I asked like what we should make them do, and Mike had a good tweet.
Yeah.
He said, make them wear Browns jerseys in a video explaining why the original Browns team is the best of all the Paul Brown teams.
Okay, I like that. That's a little shot at Ohio State while you're at it, too. I like that. Because it was easy. So, like, Skyline is the Cincinnati thing. There is one in Stowe that Ryan makes that drive every day. It was 45 minutes out of I had to take the turnpike home. That's how far out it was.
Cry me a river.
And I know, I feel bad. Ryan drives that every day. But I'd never had Skyline before. So, a couple like takeaways from the thing. First off, we are men of our word. We pay our bets off around this place. and we went to Skyline. First off, I thought it was like a McDonald's.
Nah,
that you could walk in and you just go up to the desk.
I mean, you can.
You can, but like it was more of a sit. There were more people sitting down than getting takeout. I did not know that about Skyline.
I'll say the first time I went there, I thought the same thing as you.
Yeah.
That I was just going to get it real quick and
You
leave.
just get it and go. So, okay, so we sit down. Our server was great. And we said, we're going to film this. We've never been here before. And we got smalls to start, okay? The thing is, the mound of cheese is excessive. And I joke, how much money could Skyline save by just doing half of that?
Yeah.
Whatever they spend on cheese, because we're sitting there, they go, how much do you think they spend on cheese a year? It's a lot. So then we get down to the eating part of it. The noodles were done fine. I did push some of the cheese off to the side. I just got to say the chili didn't hit for me. For that being the main mark of it, it was kind of a bland chili.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
No Wendy's chili, right?
Wendy's chili's killer, man. Wendy's chili, if you're talking about fast food chili to go to, there is no second option. You want to know why? Because they put the burger meat in it, and the burger meat from Wendy's is delicious. So that aside, it was okay. The fries were fine. We didn't get like a dessert or anything. And I say this again, we paid the bet off. I'm happy we went. I don't think that's, and I don't mean to knock Skyline. I know they're a sponsor of those guys' show and all that kind of stuff. I don't think I'd go back.
I wouldn't.
Like, there's no point in me that would say, even if it was around the corner from me, that I'd go, I really am craving Skyline today.
No, you got to be sick in the head to do that.
That's a great question of what's the one place that everybody loves. I'm not saying everybody loves Skyline, but that it was pretty packed. The one place that everybody loves that you just don't get from a food standpoint. Are there Chipotle haters out there? I'm sure there are.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
McDonald's, is there a place that everybody is just all about that you just don't get it? And I'm real. It's great. Again, I'm trying not to knock Skyline because that would be my answer. I'm trying to come up with I eat Chipotle, not as much as Mikhail Bridges says he eats it every day for 10 years. I actually would be on that side of it more than the opposite. I could probably eat Chipotle every day.
Oh, I could too, easily.
I love Chipotle. Like, I don't know. Like, McDonald's is fine. I like Taco Bell. Like,
yeah,
there's nothing fast food-wise or food-wise, maybe other than Skyline, that I'm really just kind of like, eh. I'm off of Subway. I got off Subway. I used to.
That's so funny. I was just thinking about Subway.
That's probably my answer. And it's more of like, I don't even know if I go Jimmy John's that much. You want to know the sub place that is the number one pick of the Fontana household right now? Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's is good.
Dude, that hits, man.
It is.
And you want to know why?
I think Jimmy John's is the GOAT.
Jimmy John's is good. Jimmy John's is great. Actually, I have fond memories of Jimmy John's because I just ate it incessantly when our son was being born because that was the only thing that was close. I ate it a lot then. It's the bread at Jersey Mike's. I think that sets them apart. So than that, like I drink Starbucks. I'm not so much on Dunkin' anymore.
See, I only go to Dunkin'.
Yeah, you and I differ on that. Dunkin's coffee just doesn't hit for me anymore. I don't know. But we did our Skyline bet. That is done. It was fine. And now we'll take any and all. We got plenty of months to figure it out to get to football season, to figure out what we're going to do for the Cincinnati guys when the Bengals lose to the Browns.
Do you think I have a future in commercial voiceovers?
Dude, you killed it on that
commercial,
commercial,
I did pretty
man.
well. I made that in like an hour.
If you didn't see it, we retweeted at the show. At Matt Fontana Show, drops a follow on X and Twitter. We did our commercial and then the vlog of us going to Skyline. So we paid the bet off yesterday. We're here. We're happy to Ryan get out of his car and go, we made it. We made it through the night from the Skyline, and here we are. Guardians last night, I can't tell you, like, okay. It's one game. I'm not getting angry about it, okay? It's one game. You still have a lead in the division. I'm not complaining. I'm not. But there is just this thing with this organization about putting guys in the outfield that don't belong out there. And Tyler Freeman is an outfielder now. He converted. He was all of spring training out there fielding fly balls, and you still see some that you're like, all right. Then he makes, actually, was it not against the Reds? He made some great home run saving catch for Tyler Freeman.
2 in a row, he
right?
did.
Remember that? Yeah. So he's fine. I'm not ripping on Daniel Schneemann. I like Daniel Schneemann not. It's not his fault. It's Guardians' fault. You lost that game because he didn't know how to field a fly ball. That wasn't some weird, freaky hit That's a ball that needs to be caught. And they go back-to-back triples, which I was trying to find out when's the last time that's happened in baseball, a back-to-back triples. And you cover the kid's ears. You piss away a game that Ben Lively was pitching his butt off. He got out of the bases loaded. Now, your bats didn't show up yesterday. And they said on the broadcast, Ryan, you know they got stuck on the tarmac in Baltimore?
I didn't know that.
They were stuck on the tarmac 2 nights ago for an hour. They didn't get to Kansas City until 3:30. Now, that's baseball life. These guys know that. There's a tough road about being somebody that's on a baseball team or even a broadcaster. That it's a grind. And they sleeping in hotels. They're getting there at 2, 3 in the morning. So it seemed like that. The Guardians seemed off on that game last night from a batting standpoint. Early counts, just kind of hitting it around, whatever. Would they have still lost? I don't know. But it's like you want to keep the bat in the lineup. That's the argument right now. Like Gabriel Arias is hitting. So they're finding ways to put him at first or you put him at short. That infield to outfield thing, it just drives me up a wall, man. And I know Brennan went on the IL yesterday, and you got to piece that together. But even like, okay, you pinch it, John Kenzie Noel, he's a third baseman. Like, oh yeah, just go out to right. You go back to Little League when you always put what? Oh, you know this. You know the graph that I'm talking about, right? Shortstop was always the coach's kid. Third base always had the best arm. Second base had the weakest arm. First base was the tallest kid. The left fielder was usually, I don't say the best kid. The center fielder was the fastest kid, and the right fielder was always the crappiest kid. You always stuck the crappy kid in right field, right? You can't do that in Major League Baseball anymore. You just can't. And Daniel Schneemann is a professional baseball player. I expect him to be able to handle himself out there. And again, I'm not ripping on him. I'm more angry at the organization. Angry, you got a massive lead in the Central. Nobody expected this. That stuff pisses me off. That stuff bothers me. You didn't lose 8-1, and he shagged the ball out there when you were down 5 runs, okay? That was a close game where every little thing matters. You know, trying to get a bunt down on the safety squeeze, trying to do these things. A game like that matters. Now, I also have a belief that come playoff time, I won't see that, but I can't completely disregard that. And Schneemann, it's not his fault either, because, again, he's trying to make it. You know, he's a 28-year-old who finally made his Major League debut. He doesn't want to go back down because doesn't know when he comes back up, right? And you like these super utility guys. David Fry's the ultimate example, right? I'm sick of that stuff, man. And it's not even just like a now thing. They've always tried this. And if you have somebody that can hit, what's the old adage going back to Little League, right? If you can hit, they'll find a place for you. If you can hit, they will find a place in the lineup for you every day. Am I overreacting?
No, I don't think you're overreacting.
One game, it might not ever happen again. Maybe Schneemann makes the catch the next time. That stuff just bothers me. I don't know why.
Well, when you have a dude in Will Brennan who's a very capable outfielder, who's also had a decent bat, I mean, go back to the Mariners. Right?
The Mariners series when he hit a couple home runs.
When he hit 2 home runs and a double in the same game. I mean, his bat hasn't been cold by any stretch of the imagination. And, I mean, it's exactly like you said. Usually you could put the worst player in right field, but it's the major leagues, baby.
What are you going to do? So that's a tough one to swallow last night. Again, you're still in a great spot. You're feeling good. Bringing up the All-Star situation. So now Jose and Quan, which I'm happy to see, has made it as the finalist to be voted as the starter. Fry, it was always going to be an uphill battle. I hope that he still gets picked as a reserve by the coaches. And remember, injuries can happen. Guys might not play. You never know what happens. But Quan, Ramirez, they're going to the All-Star game. That's all I really care about. Whether they start or not, I know there's an honor in that. Jose Ramirez should be the starting third base. And that's not even a joke. That is something that you don't want to get hung up on it because it's not like it means anything for contracts like football or the All-Pro or Supermax and NBA or something like that. It's an honor thing. You, me, and everybody know Jose Ramirez is the best third baseman in the American League. That's it. Not Rafael Devers.
I think you mean major leagues also.
And very possible. Very, very possible.
I don't even think it's close. I mean, who would be better in the majors than Jose?
Matt Olson's a first baseman, is he not?
He's not better than Jose.
Yeah. Again, 5-tool player, right?
I'm just fighting for my boys.
Oh, no, trust me. I'll fight for the guy all day long. Tim Anderson won't, but I will. That clip, I still love that clip, man. We got the T-shirt. Can I be honest? The T-shirt shrunk on me. I can't wear it anymore.
Yeah.
I need another one. I need the Quan shirt, and I need the Jose shirt. Go to bigplay.com for all of our merch, and it's there. So I need one of those. I do have some good news for the Guardians this morning because power rankings, Ryan, a brand new spot. We have never been this high before. Number 1, ESPN, best team in baseball, Philadelphia Phillies. Number 2, the New York Yankees dropped from 2 to 1. So those two flip. And at number 3, up from number 5, your Cleveland Guardians. The write-up from David Schoenfield. Their 7th straight win on Tuesday. The Guardians improved their winning percentage to 66-2. The best in the majors. Again, we were the best team in baseball. Cleveland has finished with the best record in the majors 6 times in franchise history. Ooh. That's a great little statistic for you.
That is a good statistic.
Do you know the last time that Cleveland finished with the best record in the majors? I'm not going to have you go back because it's like 1948, 1920 won the World Series. 1995, we won, dude, 95, the Guardians won 144 in a 144 season.
Wait,
144.
They won 144 games.
No. I'm sorry. They went 144. So again, in 144, that would be insane, wouldn't it? The 144 game season, they won 100 games.
Yeah, that's nuts.
They won 100 games in 95.
That's nutty.
96, they won 99. They did it one time beyond that. So I'll give you from 96 until now.
Was it not 99?
No. Because that wasn't that the year the Mariners, or were they 2000 or 2001? The Mariners set the record for the most wins in baseball.
2007.
Good call, it is. Yeah. We were tied with Boston.
I remember
with 96, and if we would have, God bless that year, man. Damn it. We had their ass in the ALC, and whoever won that was beating the hell out of the Rockies in the World Series. That was the World Series. That team is one of my favorite. You was still Fausto Carmona at the time. CC Sabathia.
Grady.
That 07 team was so good, man.
My boy Grady.
It's Grady. So good.
In an alternate universe, Grady Sizemore is the best baseball player that's ever touched the diamond.
Well, and you talk 1,000%. You also talk about that year 07. That was the year of magic, remember? Cavs were in the finals, got swept by the Spurs. Probably shouldn't have been there, but you were there. Indians should have gone to the World Series, and the Browns went 10-6. Missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I tweeted this out. Shout out to my buddy Paul. And he sent me this stat in our group text asking if I could get it. Do you know the last calendar year that the Guardians, Indians, Cavs, and Browns all made the playoffs? 1995. So what it was, Browns actually had 2 playoff games in January. Cavs got gentlemen swept by the Knicks in May. And, of course, in 95, we went to the World Series. So I said that's a pretty good omen for the Guardians to go to the World Series. Browns, playoffs. Cavs, playoffs. Maybe we're on our way to the World Series. You know where I'm at, too. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm starting to think about that. I know the playoffs are a lock. They're a lock. There's no question. Now I'm starting to think ALCS, potential World Series. I love it. Schoenfield continues writing on. Leading the way is Stephen Kwan, who's finally qualified for the batting title, hitting .377 with more walks than strikeouts. Okay, he probably won't hit .377 all season, but the last player to hit .350. There's another little trivia for you this morning. Who was the last Cleveland player to hit .350 in a season?
Not Jose?
He's not.
He's never?
350's an insane
No, that
number.
is insane.
That's an insane number.
I guess, yeah.
It is of our my lifetime, certainly.
So
right about
mine.
your time. Right? A little.
We're looking at 2000, 2001?
Yes. Exactly. Yes. And it's not the guy you would think, because you might think Kenny. You might think Omar.
Say.
It wasn't.
Was it? I really want to get this. I don't think I will.
Well, just think of those teams.
I was so young, Matthew.
You know those guys. You know the good. I'll tell you what. It wasn't Jim Thorpe.
Obviously, yeah.
So who was the other big hitter on that team?
Manny, but
Manuel Aristides Ramirez.
He hit 350?
Batted 351 in 2000.
God,
dude, people forget, man. Manny was.
I thought he was just
Manny
hitting
was a
tanks.
savant.
I thought he was just hitting tanks. I didn't know he hit like
how
that.
about this? In his
Why is he not in the Hall of Fame, Matt?
Because he used roids.
Oh,
He used roids.
I mean, that'll do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, think about this. His major league career, he played in the major leagues for I'm bad at math. 93 to 03. He played for 17 years. 17 years in the majors. He has a lifetime batting average of 312 with 555 home runs and over 2,500 RBIs. He's not in because he used roids. Not as much as some of these other guys, but he did. In 2009, he was suspended 50 games for taking HCG, a woman's fertility drug that's often taken after steroids. And Manny, is kind of a weird guy, but you know what I mean? Like, I think that's the crap thing about baseball. That stuff factors in. We talked about Bell losing the MVP to Mo Vaughn, something like that. So Manny, a 312 lifetime man, he hit 350 in 2000. The last player to hit 360 in a season for the Indians, 1936, Earl Averill batted 378. So, again, I don't think...
so we've probably never had a 380.
Oh, I mean, qualified, probably not. I don't know. I mean...
Kwan might do that.
I got a bad feeling, man.
Yeah,
and I'm saying, like, right now, it's kind of a little downturn from Stephen Kwan that I kind of expected to happen in that... we came back off the injury. He was raking. You're going to go through a little bit of a slow stretch, and that's going to be fine. I will tell you this. Okay, here's our question. You can post it if you want to the people. I'm interested to see. Over under 350 at the end of the season for Stephen Kwan. Are you sure? Okay, I'd love the optimism. I'm all for it. That's fine. That's tough to do.
But that's a good stat. Like that's a good baseline.
That's what I'm saying. He's batting 377. Highest batting average in a season. This MLB single season batting record, post 1900, all right? The last time somebody batted 400, we know, was Ted Williams. All right. I'm going to try to find something. Oh, yeah, because we talked about it. George Brett batted 390 in 1980. But, yeah, I'm wondering about the Guardian. Like, Tris Speaker's on here for the Guardian. You know what? It might be Tris Speaker. 1920, he batted 388. That's got to be the Cleveland record. That's got to be. He batted 388.
Good gravy.
Yeah, but in 1920.
Milkman.
And a little different time. So they have the top 50 all-time seasons for batting average. I think there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these are post 1950. Seriously. Tony Gwynn, 394, 1994. George Brett, I talked about. 1957, Ted Williams, 388. Yeah, I mean, that's a big mark. And I think 350 would be great. I mean, that'd be awesome. I should probably, I actually, highest batting average in a season by year. I want to find that out. Year by year, top 10 batting leaders. So last year, Luis Ariz batted 350. Year before that, Jeff McNeil, 326. But remember, that was the shift. Trey Turner, 327, shift 2021. DJ LeMahieu, 360 in 2020. Tim Anderson, 335 in 2019. 2018 was Mookie Betts, 346. Trying to find this. When's the last time an Indians player led the league in hitting? I'm just scrolling through. I'm trying to look through. I don't.
Probably Manny, no? Did he not lead it that year?
In, what did I say, 2000? No, Todd Helton batted 372.
Who the hell is Todd Helton?
Oh, you don't remember Todd Helton from the Rockies?
No, I was -1.
Oh, that Rockies team, man. They had Dante Bichette, Bo's dad.
I wasn't even in the womb.
Larry Walker, Todd Helton. They used to be a really good team, that Rockies team.
I was a little sperm cell
I'm just saying. Tony Gwynn is just smattered all over this because he's honestly the greatest hitter, I think, of our lifetime is Tony Gwynn. Man, the last time an Indians player led the league in hitting. A lot of Ty Cobb on here. Could be Ty Cobb when he was on the Indians. Probably was. But we'll see how it goes with Quan. I just want to throw that out there. I thought it was pretty interesting. To basketball we go. Bronny to the Lakers. I hate getting preachy. I don't like getting preachy to people. Don't know if I want to hear it, but I'm just going to say this anyway. If you have a problem with Bronny going to LA, shut up. Just shut up, okay? It's a great story. It doesn't bother you in the least. What bother do you have?
Should be in Cleveland.
That Bronny would go to the Lakers, other than maybe you had the dream of Bron coming back here. That's not happening.
Take your dad cap off for once.
Stop. No. And I will fully admit, as a dad, that sucks me in even more. I think this is a great story. It's not hurting anybody. And everybody goes, oh, nepotism. Nepotism happens in every walk of life. And if you don't think that, that's because you're the benefactor of nepotism. If you don't think favoritism and nepotism happens in every single thing in the world, that's because you're probably the one getting benefited from it. Well, that doesn't happen. It's like, yeah, it's because you're the one that got to ascend the corporate ladder here a little bit. Everybody, like, dude, I've got no problem. And I do other people that want to get angry about it or make snide comments about it. It's because it's the cool thing to talk about. It's the hot thing to be anti this. It's the, you want to know what? One of the things, and I'm a millennial, we have ruined a lot of things. We're good for a lot of things. You want to know one of the things that my generation brought that I can't stand? It's hipsterism. And what I mean by that is that you go against the grain just because. Just because you want to be anti-establishment, and I guess that's probably even a prior generation. But what I'm saying is, like, that's the hot thing. It's the cool thing to get some clicks. Everybody bitching about. And I will say, I feel like most people don't have a problem with it. But the people out there that try to do, just stop. There's no point. Who else are they going to draft at 55? This is a great story that I'm interested in and that I want to see. This is one of those things in sports. I got my payoff. When you go to a movie, don't you ever complain because you don't get your payoff at the end of it, right? This is a payoff for a lot of people. I want to see that. I want to see LeBron and Bronny on the floor together. I want to go back to the discussion they had on ESPN radio yesterday about what's he going to call him? Is it dad? Is it Bron? Like, all that kind of stuff is great. What that means for Bronny's future, that's up to him and his family. That's not my business, not your business either. Would his development have probably been better if he stayed at USC? Sure. He entered the draft. He gets to live out a dream. LeBron gets to live out a dream. Why can't you be happy about that? And I think a lot of people are. So I'm talking to a small little group of people out there that maybe have a problem with it. The other thing, they wasted a draft pick on him. Dude, it was the second round, the 55th overall pick. See how many I was following the draft on my phone because I was resurfacing my driveway yesterday, which was a lot of fun, listening to the game. And all I saw was the arrows of trade. And it was like trade. Like every single one of these things got moved around. It's the second round of the NBA draft. Who cares?
So I had this thought, Matt, when he got drafted. In the scenario.
Were you surprised? I didn't mean to cut you off. Were you surprised?
No, not one bit. In the scenario, like we get to whatever what's trade deadline? February?
Yes.
We get to the trade deadline and like the Lakers are leading the West and like this looks like a legit opportunity for LeBron to get another ring, right?
Okay.
And some team
pie in the sky, but I get where you're going.
Some team comes in here and is like, yeah, we're going to give you the piece that's going to solidify this thing. Give us Bronny.
I mean, to be honest with you,
he already had half a season playing.
That's what I was just going to say. He got his dream, but would that title not be tainted? Because the only thing that would be better is if he won the title with his son. Can you imagine that picture? Him holding up, just like a lot of people.
What do you think he would do? He'd be like, "Sorry, little one, you're gone."
No, I don't think they'd trade him. I don't think they would.
For LeBron to get another ring. Oh, you're tripping.
I don't think so.
Nah, LeBron basketball, dad second.
I mean, that's a great question. Would you trade away one of your children? Not like you're giving them to another family. It's
like you're Thanos pushing Gamora.
You're right. Exactly.
He would do it.
Black Widow. Spoiler alert.
He's the GOAT. He would do it.
I don't think he would. Because then if you won it, you would just be sitting there going, well, we won it, but didn't win it with Bronny.
Who cares?
Didn't win it with Bronny.
Who cares? You got 5 rings.
That's what I'm saying. Do you really need, again, for the opportunity to go win it? I will tell you this. That's why I think it was so right on the Lakers to do that. I know Bron wants to win another ring, but I think this was more important to him. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If this was one, and what is it now? The first time in NBA history that father-sons are teammates. That's another record to add to the book. It's not, again, as important as a scoring title, but I'm just saying, like, I think that's cool. And I give credit to the Lakers for doing it. They had this opportunity. You're paying LeBron back for choosing to come to the Lakers. Don't forget that, and helping you to win a title. Now, are they in a prime position to do what you're talking about? I doubt it. They've got a lot of other issues on that team. So I really think they've just kind of understood, yeah, we're going to try, and we're going to make a push. LeBron is in the uber twilight of his career, and this is the final thing. This is the last little thing. All he's going to do is continue to pad the stats on that no one will ever catch him ever again for the most points in NBA history. You keep padding that, set the record for another All-Star game, set a record for another All-NBA team, make the playoffs, get to the play-in tournament, and you get to play with your son. That's it. And if a title somehow figures its way out in this whole thing, because you got to also remember this, and this is brought up a lot too, he's not signed with the Lakers yet. He has not re-signed with the Lakers.
He should troll him.
Well, what I would totally do is I want a 2-year deal with a player option for next year. Here's your year in the sun, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And Jake Taylor, 1 more year in the sun. Here's your 1 year with your son in the sun. Play it out, and then next year you can go ring chase.
Cleveland.
Yeah, maybe. They make the right moves this offseason. We'll have to see. They did make a move yesterday. DJ Burns on the Cavs Summer League team.
Let's go.
Most people remember him. He was one of the big stories of the tournament with NC State. He's a large human being, but he's cut down a lot of that weight. So after the season, Burns had this decision. Do you want to go to the NFL? You got to put more weight on, or do you lose some weight and maybe help out your draft stock? Now, obviously, he didn't get drafted. He got signed for the Cavs Summer League team. Okay, we'll see what they got. Dude, I really like Summer League. And I'm not a basketball junkie by any stretch of the imagination. I always think there's something cool about Summer League.
We're going for that back to back. We're gonna be a Summer League dynasty.
That's right. And you got a draft pick to see with Jalen Tyson, to see him play out there a little bit. You might see Craig Porter Jr. there, some of the other guys. But I love Summer League. I'm excited for that. They signed DJ Burns. Great. We'll see what happens with that. But somebody did, you have the ultimate optimism when you sign somebody like that. Could he be this enforcer on this team? Bro. I'm like, let's just worry about him making the roster first.
You know that Jimmy Butler meme when he's leaning over the table?
Yeah.
Because he's so gassed and tired. Yeah. They were like, Cavs catering team, now that they have DJ Burns and George Niang in the same team.
Niang was the first guy to reach out to Jalen Tyson when he got drafted. No, Burns is he's on the health, man. He dropped all this weight.
None of that
keto?
Ozempic shit.
We all let us know, man. What's the secret? Intermittent fasting? I've dabbled.
What was Johnny's secret?
Johnny
Manziel?
You know what that secret was. Comes in a little baggie. Damn allergies. There's a conversation. I don't know.
Couple nose beers?
I cannot believe that that's still kind of a thing.
Damn allergies.
Is it still cool to do that?
I don't think.
You know what I mean? Do you ever see somebody?
I mean, it's like
we've all been places. We all maybe know somebody, and you're just like, is it still cool? Do you really still think you're really cool by doing that? I'm asking the question. I guess all my run-ins with anybody that is partakes, so to speak, I always kind of just like, you're kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody does it to look cool. Look cool. Like, I know people be smoking cigarettes.
Obviously,
people
you're doing it for a reason.
People smoke cigarettes strictly just to look cool, but I don't know.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's a reason that you do that, and I'm sure it's very prevalent in party area. I don't know. I just, yeah, it's not really my thing, and I just don't know many people that do it anymore. I don't know. It's just me. Anytime I ever run into anybody.
Good movie, Blow.
Great movie. George Young. Oh, God, who's the actress that played his daughter? No, not Penelope Cruz. She's way too young for that. Natalie Portman? Who played his daughter?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Emma. Was it Emma? No, Penelope Cruz played his wife. That's right. Was it Emma Roberts? Does that sound right to you? That played his... Yeah. Yeah, it was Emma Roberts. That's right. That's right. It was Emma Roberts. Yeah. She's Julia Roberts' niece.
Is she?
Yes. Her so Emma Roberts' dad is Eric Roberts. My most famous role for him was he played Carmine Falcone in The Dark Knight. Remember, he's in the car with Two-Face, and he's got the cane because Batman threw him off the roof.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you love your wife? And then he goes, you said you weren't going to hurt me. He goes, I didn't say anything about your driver. He shoots the driver. That's Eric Roberts. That's Emma Roberts' father. That is Julia Roberts' brother.
Interesting.
A little bit of fun factoid for you on the morning. Flip over to a little bit of football, and a couple things I want to run through. Ryan and I are going to do this list from NFL.com, predicting the top 10 offenses in the league. Should the Browns be on that list? We'll talk about it, and we'll run through to see if there's anybody on there that doesn't deserve to be. But the big story out of football is this billion-dollar lawsuit with Sunday NFL Ticket. So I got to tell you, I knew it was a thing, but I wasn't super interested because I've never owned Sunday Ticket. I've never bought it. I live in Cleveland. I watch the Browns. The only thing I do every football season is I get NFL Plus.
Yeah.
Because you can rewatch games in an hour, the succinct games, which are great. You know, the other thing I really started to get into? Sundays, you know, the Browns game ends or whatever, and I'll be out in the yard or I'll take my kids to the park.
Yeah.
I can listen to any other game via the radio. So I'll put my earbud in, usually because I had bets, and I would be like, okay, I took, like, the Raiders are playing the Chargers. I took the Chargers -4 or something. I'll listen to that game while I'm out there playing. So I love NFL Plus.
I just need Red Zone for fantasy.
I got Red Zone too. Last year was the first year that I really got into Red Zone. Bro.
Oh, isn't it incredible?
Dude, so what I do is
Scott Hansen.
Well, it's like the Octobox is great too.
Yeah, it's so sick.
What I really like about that is I put it on my iPad. This past football season was a different football season for me than I've ever had. Just because, different stuff with work, and usually I'd be at the game, the Browns game, things like that. What I would do is I would sit at home and I would have the Browns game on my TV, but I would put Red Zone on my iPad, and I would just put it on the couch, and I'd sit there and I'd watch that. Red Zone, I can't go away. I can't go back.
The production's so good.
It's great. And like they're flipping, they're right on it. They're always going to games. And I think it kind of helps even more of what we do to know, like, oh, hey, what happened in that Seahawks 49ers game? Oh, yeah, I watched that. So I've never bought Sunday Ticket because I've never needed to. Now, I have family members that do. They live in a different place of where they, they want to watch their team. So apparently, and let me go back and understand exactly what happened with this whole thing. So I go over to, oh, dude, did I close out that tab? No, I got it right here. Okay, so this is from CBS Sports, kind of catching everybody up on what happened. So number one, the NFL took a massive hit in the courts on Thursday. A federal judge ordered the league to pay $4.7 billion in residential class damages and $96 million in commercial damages at the conclusion of what was known as the Sunday Ticket case. Can I get a slice of that for a stadium in Cleveland? You could build 2 stadiums for that amount of money. So there's still going to be a hearing. You know the legal process. There's going to be appeals and continuances and all that other kind of stuff. So this actually comes back to a class action lawsuit that's been around for nearly 10 years. It was first filed in 2015 when plaintiffs sought $7 billion, saying that the NFL violated antitrust laws by offering the package to consumers. So NFL Sunday Ticket goes all the way back to 1994, right? In their example, you're a Steelers fan, but you live in Seattle. You have no other way to watch your football team other than buying NFL Sunday Ticket. The argument for the plaintiffs and the people is pretty easy. You charged us too much money. This is too much money that you were asking. And they're saying the NFL not convoluted. Sort I'm looking for.
Conspired?
Not conspired. Maybe that's it. They got together.
They collaborated.
Collaborated. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. They collaborated with NFL, CBS, Fox, DirecTV, and so we're going to jack the price up on this thing. So that's their whole argument on this, on why it was. Now, the league's attorney, Beth Wilkinson, she has made an argument that it was
how much money do you think she makes? I didn't know they had a league attorney.
Oh, dude, the one dude just retired. He was the top counsel for the NFL.
Wait, what's
he
her
was
name?
Basically, her name is Beth Wilkinson.
How much do you think she makes a year?
Well, I'm going to say millions. She's
Beth
a lawyer.
Wilkinson.
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 Beth Wilkinson. Just search like net worth or something like that. Beth Wilkinson lawyer net worth. The one dude, and you can Google it, he was the top counsel for the NFL. He just retired not too long ago. She's got to be making millions. They got to have him on retainer.
This is from May 2024.
You okay? That would be
Is it Mary Beth Wilkinson?
Maybe. It just says Beth Wilkinson on this, maybe.
23.6 mil.
Net worth?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Because I'm sure she's got a private practice or, practices outside of the NFL. So you have to Google the other guy. He just stepped down. They're general counsel. That's the legal stuff that they do. They're lawyers. The NFL calls them. They're on retainer. We should have just done that. We wouldn't be doing this right here. But anyway, Beth Wilkinson made the argument that Sunday Ticket is so expensive because it's a premium offering. And she said the case is about choice. Now, the pushback is, I don't have a choice. I'm this fan. I want to watch it here. I guess, again, probably why I'm not a lawyer, I would just fight and say, then don't become a fan of that team or don't live in Seattle. I don't know. I guess it is what it is. The NFL designed Sunday Ticket so that it wouldn't take a huge chunk of TV ratings away from its network partners because they would be in town. Like, let me put it this way. How many people would want to watch the Browns if they just paid that? They wouldn't have to have cable anymore. Now, everything's over the air still, pretty much, like NBC, Fox, but now you got Amazon Prime. Like, okay, let me ask you that. How is this any different from Amazon Prime, where I have no choice but to watch Amazon Prime on Thursday nights? Now, I get it. The Browns, when they're on Thursday Night Football, you can still watch that game on Channel 5, right? They buy that for the in-market people. I guess that's the out. Yeah, I answered my own question. That's the out. Because, again, I have to have Amazon Prime to watch Thursday night games. But when the Browns play, I get it in market because it's over the air. So they're arguing back and forth. So this is what it is. The case covers every residential and commercial customer. Commercial customer. That's your bars. How many bars you go to and they have DirecTV because they have to have the NFL package, right? Anybody that subscribed to NFL Sunday Ticket between 2012 and 2022, that puts the number at this class action lawsuit at about 2.5 million people to divide up over $5 billion of this money if it goes out. DirecTV had it from 94 to 2022 before it went over to YouTube TV. Because that's the other bitch of it, right? You can't just subscribe to NFL Sunday Ticket anymore. You have to have YouTube TV. I guess the same thing. You had to buy DirecTV to get Sunday Ticket. I mean, like, and again, it's the biggest story going. I guess it doesn't really hit me because I never bought NFL Sunday Ticket. I'm not getting a check in the mail for this whole thing. The bigger question is the issue that a lot of us face, how we are consuming our content and how we are seeing our favorite teams play. What's that number, right? What they say, what was the Carolina Panthers? The joke was that it's cheaper for you just to buy season tickets and actually go to every game than it is to pay for all the cables and subscriptions and all the stuff you need to actually watch your team play. Now, I know that doesn't count for away games either, but we're all spending hundreds of dollars a month to be able to get all this that we want. And I knew there's that new sports package coming, right? It's ESPN, NBC, what is it? Oh, no, it's ESPN, Fox, CBS. Like, they're all getting together. I'd love that. And I frankly crave that. If you came to me and said, Matt, you can buy this package, that it'll never happen, but I want to watch all my Guardians games, all my Cavs games, all my Browns games, all my Blue Jackets games. I want to watch Ohio State, and I want to watch all these other games. And they came to me and they said, $800. I dare even say $1,000 for a year. It's a lot of money, less than $100 a month. I would pay that. And then if I want to have HBO Max or if I still want to have cable. But right now, that's the issue. I'm paying all this money, Ryan, for all these streaming services and cable, and I still can't get everything. I still got to dance around and go find everything. This hit, though, to the NFL, that's going to be felt. That's going to be felt across the league. And I'm not saying that it would hurt the salary cap, but like, what do we all talk about? The money for the NFL going up, salary cap going up, because of the contracts. You got to pay out $5 billion? That's going to hurt your bottom line. What did the Browns, here's your tie. What did the Browns bank on for the next couple of years? The salary cap going up so they could pay Deshaun Watson. You're involved in this more than you think. You're involved in this more than you think. If this comes back, that the NFL salary cap, which goes up because of the league revenue, where does the league get their revenue more than anything is TV, and they got to pay out $5 billion, guess what's not going to go up as much anymore? Guess what could hurt the Cleveland Browns when they were crunching numbers trying to come up with this Deshaun Watson contract? They said, 2027, it's going to go up. They thought, sign him again, 2028, it's going to go up. Maybe not anymore. And that's if they end up like we're in the boat that we're in now. We're at this point dead and buried at this point, but I don't know what else to tell you. But that's something that hurts. That's something that hurts guys that just signed Justin Jefferson. That hurts the Bengals and all these other guys that sign these massive contracts because they assume the money's going to keep going up. And it will. I'm not saying that the TV money isn't going to keep coming in. It's now you got to shell it out. It's coming in the front, going right out the back. You got to pay this out. If you actually believe that this is going to happen, call me naive. I don't think the NFL is actually going to lose this.
No, I don't think anybody's going to get a cent.
I don't think so. I really don't. And I guess, again, probably why I'm not a lawyer. I'm sure this was like, some circuit judge, and it'll go to the Supreme Court or some bull crap like that. I guess my biggest thing would be nobody forced you to be a Steelers fan that lives in Seattle. Nobody forced you to be an Arizona Cardinals fan living in New York. That's your problem. That's your problem. Like, their thing is the price. And I think that's where, it's a little like the weed. This is a weird comparison I'm going to make, but follow me if you can. You know that weed is now legal for the NFL? Basically legal for the NFL. Like, they don't, the amount of threshold that they test for and all that kind of stuff. Can you retroactively go back and tell Josh Gordon, yeah, we're going to pay you a bunch of money because it was legal now, but it wasn't then? It's the same thing. Well, Sunday Ticket was $300 or whatever it was. It's not anymore. We'll change the price now, but sorry. But that's they're going back and saying, nope, we want damages. We want restitution in this whole thing. I don't think there's any way that the NFL is actually going to pay this out.
No, I don't think so.
What?
So, did you see what Drew just texted us?
I saw the text.
So he said 3D chess by me, and I didn't even mean to do this. He played the commercial I made for them on their show.
Yeah.
And I guess it got his thing flagged for copyright, so now he can't get money from that video. He said 3D chess. Diabolical Cleveland hate. Honestly, well done.
Because your song.
Because I used one of the Envato elements for my background music for my commercial.
Oh, I thought you were saying. Oh.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, no, it says copyrighted content has been detected in your video. The Reds just stink. Joe Burrow wears clothes. High praise for Amarius Mims.
That's because that was the name of their YouTube video.
Show.
Yeah.
That's their title of their show.
Yeah.
And I was like, why does it say the Reds just stink? I thought that was the joke.
No.
You got their whole show taken down because
and it's not taken down. They just can't make money off that YouTube video now.
Oh, well, playing chess. I like where you're at. Again, we did our video for Skyline yesterday. Sent it to the Bangalorean boys down there. So I that's their fault. That's what they get.
Yeah,
little chess to be played there. So again, there's no way, right? There is absolutely no way that the NFL is going to pay this money out, right?
No, not a shot.
They're going to get their high-priced Beth Wilkinson lawyers on this thing. There might be I shouldn't say that. I think there will be a settlement. There is in no way it's going to be $5 billion. No way. You're going to refund everybody?
Yeah.
Again, I'd like to really just help you get a hack on that. Let's see. Look, I bought it estate 2015. Where's my money? Have you ever actually participated in a class action lawsuit?
No.
You weren't at Camp Lejeune? Do you see those commercials everywhere? I shouldn't laugh. It's a serious thing.
No.
You've never seen those things on Camp Lejeune? They're everywhere.
What's Camp Lejeune?
They have whole TV stations dedicated to paid programming on Camp Lejeune. It was a military base.
Oh, was that with the
water?
Yeah.
They drank contaminated water. And again, I shouldn't laugh because it's very serious. Like, people died, like they got really sick. So they go, if you were stationed, and that's how class action law. You ever see Aaron Brockovich? Hey, going back to Julia Roberts. Look at us tying it back. Class action lawsuit. You got to get the information. You got to get people to come in. I've gotten emails for them, like Facebook. I'm still waiting on my check from Facebook. I'm owed money from Facebook, like $60 or something, because they sold my information when they weren't supposed to. AT&T had a data breach But I don't think that's a class action lawsuit.
I told you I just got that thing in the mail this morning, actually, the Bleacher Report.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah.
Like if you used or paid for Bleacher Report or something like that.
They had
Now
data
they're getting all
leaks.
popped because they sold your information when they weren't supposed to do it. Bro, my stuff's on the dark web. I don't give a crap anymore.
Everybody's
My shit's everywhere.
Everybody's
I just 2 weeks ago just had hey, you opened a credit card in Seattle, Washington. Yeah, I didn't, but okay, great. You know, they're like, oh, we're waiting on further documentation. They go, you ain't gonna get it. It's fraud. It tell you it's fraud. But it's the same thing. The people that make the antivirus software are the people that make the viruses. Because if there wasn't viruses, why would there be antivirus software?
True.
Bank security. It's the same people. How many of those people do you see on those videos that, I'm sorry, I hate to say too, I think they prey on the elderly a lot.
Oh, that's not even.
And, you know, they're sitting there like, ooh, I was a former hacker and now I flipped to the other side. Let me tell you, I did not get hacked. Everybody's hacked. I do, no joke, I fear I thank God my parents haven't had to deal with this yet. Like, I fear for my parents. I look out for them as much as I can. I go, don't, like, you know, if you get it, delete it. Do not open a text. Don't answer a phone call. You want to know one of the things, dude? You get a phone call, and all they need you to say yes, and then they capture your voice. So when you pick up a number and you think it's spam, they'll ask you, can you hear me? And if you say the word yes, they hang up because now all of a sudden they just got your voice to go do voice activated crap.
That's crazy.
So when you pick up, all you should say is hello. Don't pick any number up you don't know. That's the other thing. I have it on my phone. Nobody in my contacts don't pick it up. So
Scale 1 to 10, how easy would it be to get the nuclear codes from Biden?
After last night, I didn't watch. Ben Axelrod had a great tweet this morning. He goes, we are finally unified as a political environment because we're all unified on the fact that we are screwed. We're in a lot of trouble, man.
Have you been keeping up with this Kyle Filipakowski story?
Yeah, about his lady friend.
Mm-hmm.
So, real quick, and we'll get to top 10 NFL odds in a second. There's a story out there that apparently he is not disowned, but like he does not talk to his mother or his brother.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God, what is it?
You want me to just go through the story? I know it.
No, what's the word I'm looking for? When you're not disowned, but you don't talk to your family. It was Aaron Rodgers. Everybody said that about Aaron Rodgers and his brother, that they were...
He cut him off.
Yeah, not cut off, but there's another word I'm looking for. Struggling on it. But anyway, yeah, tell everybody the story that he's got an older girlfriend.
So his girlfriend, who if you've seen at the draft, I think that's how the story kind of came out because they saw his girlfriend hugging him because he didn't get drafted in the first round. So it turns out his girlfriend was also... used to be his babysitter. She's pretty older than him.
Oh, God.
And she graduated from Alabama and went to his high school prom. So she was already, like, in a sense, they're saying grooming him. And now, obviously, they're together. And she basically has made him, I guess, allegedly made him cut off from his family.
Estranged.
There you go.
Estranged.
And
God
they're saying that she's, like, Mormon brainwashing him. And it just so happened he got drafted by the Utah Jazz. To top it all off.
All right, there you go. Estranged is the word I was looking for. You're estranged from your family. I did read that. I did see that about him. I mean, I don't like... I'd be lying to you if I didn't say that these teams in all the drafts, they worry about... Like, dude, they interview your high school coach. They'll go talk to your 8th grade chemistry teacher and be like, what kind of guy? It's probably more like the quarterbacks, like big level stuff. I don't think anybody's doing that with Kyle Filipowski going in the second round. I just think maybe his play wasn't what everybody thought it was. I mean, he was projected to go in the 20s, right?
Have you ever been brainwashed by a girl?
No. I don't think so. I mean,
girls will make you do some crazy things, man.
No, like even my wife and I were dating. I wouldn't say that. Like I mean, again, it all obviously worked out. We're happily married. We have beautiful kids. Like, but I look back on dating when my wife and I were dating. That was that was one of the best times of my life. Like I just, you know, we were there for each other. Like as much as we love one another, like we're best friends. Like we'd look out for one another, like that kind of stuff. So when we would hang out and date, she was never manipulative. Because like if they have brainwash, you'd have to have a manipulative type of person. Yeah, I don't think so. You know, thankfully for all the girls I dated, they were all pretty cool.
I got my first date in quite a while on Sunday coming up here.
Oh, congratulations! Yeah. Did this come via Josh Maria Cribs, or is this on your own thing?
This is on my own.
This is that Put in Bay when you said, who's that guy on the TV? Is that how that worked?
No.
Good for you. Where are you
wasn't
guys going?
from Put in Bay. I don't know yet. I got to figure it out.
You know my answer for the best first date place ever.
Dave and Buster's.
Hell
right?
yeah.
Yeah, that is a good date place.
But that's way out of the way for you.
Yeah, it is.
Is she east side or west side? Hopefully east side for you.
Yeah, she's like 15 minutes from me.
Okay, good. Keep it that way.
Yeah. Let me know in the comments.
Don't go to a movie.
Let me know in the comments. Best first date places.
Don't go to a movie.
No, I wouldn't.
Because you can't talk. The first date, you have got to go somewhere that you can talk.
Yeah.
Or hang out or like get to. That's why I like Dave and Buster's. You play some games, you just kind of hang out, you goof around, have a drink. Like that's why Dave and Buster's work. Don't go to a movie.
No, I wouldn't.
Because all that is awkward conversation. Then you're just silent for 2 hours.
No,
you get out of the
I've
movie
done
and
that
then you
before.
go,
I've made that mistake.
What'd you think of the movie?
I've made that mistake before, and I'm sitting there and I'm
No.
like nervous. I'm like, do I hold her hand? Do I put my arm around her?
Right.
And it's like you can't even talk.
Don't
It's
do
so
that.
awkward.
You want to know another mistake to avoid? Don't do we'll go do something and meet up with our friends later. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
The night should
That
just
is a
be the
rookie move.
Rookie move. Because then that just turns into you're at the bar with your buddies or she's at the bar with her friends and then you feel outcast. They're asking you a bunch of questions. Your friends are maybe even trying to pick up her for a day. Like, it just gets, don't go see your friends after.
No, that's a
Because
rookie
a lot of
move.
times, like, oh, we'll go to dinner, and then, oh, my buddies are going to this bar, or my girlfriends are going to this bar. Like, we'll go. Like, nah. No. At that point, just separate for the night. See how it goes. But, like, yeah, done that before.
Fellas in the chat, let me know.
Help him out. Help young Ryan out. Let's help the NFL out here. I thought this was interesting from NFL.com. Top 10 offenses from Gennaro Felice and what he thinks the best offenses in the NFL will be this season coming up. So, again, this is not about what they did last year. Because do you know the Browns finished in the top 10 for scoring last year?
Yeah.
Number 1, San Francisco. I'm going to tell you the top 10 from last year because I think it'll help you a little primer for this year. Number 1 scoring offense last year, 49ers, 28 points per game. Baltimore and Miami were tied for second at 27.5. Then the Cowboys, Lions, Bills, Eagles, Rams, Saints, and the Cleveland Browns. One of those is not like the rest. How the hell did Saints get in there? That was the top 10 last year. Gennaro goes into this season to predict the top 10 offenses for 2024. Do you want to go 1 through 10?
Yeah, I would.
Or do you
love
want to just open it up, see if you can get all 10?
Yeah, I do want to do that.
Okay. I wish I could do this on one screen. You know what I mean? Okay, just go.
All right, I'm going to go number. So is it a repeat of last year, 49ers?
Well, 49ers are the number 1 offense, according to him.
That's
signature,
fair.
And then he also does their signature strength and worrying weakness. Signature strength, Kyle freaking Shanahan, and the scheme that he runs. The worrying weakness is Shanahan when trailing. He gets a little fidgety when they get trailing. So that is number 1, San Francisco.
Number 2, I'm going to say Miami Dolphins.
No.
Houston Texans.
No. You're overthinking it.
Kansas City.
Kansas City Chiefs are correct. Number 2.
That's lame.
Signature strength, they have the best player in football. Their weakness, chemistry questions at wide receiver. So, again, best offenses going into the season. Number 1, San Francisco. Number 2, Kansas City.
Is number 3 a team I already just said?
No.
No. Cincinnati?
No. I kind of crap on this team when I really shouldn't.
Really?
Yeah. NFC squad, and I never give them the flowers that they deserve.
Really? Detroit?
That is correct. Detroit is number 3. Signature strength, they have one of the best offensive lines in football. Worrying weakness, their wide receivers outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown. Number 4, I don't think you mentioned this team. You want their signature strength to help you out?
Yeah.
They have an elite coach-quarterback combination.
Elite coach quarterback combination.
So you know it ain't the Bengals.
Fact. Zach Taylor's awful.
He's not good.
Elite quarterback coach? Like,
Yeah. When you say it, when you get it, you'll kind of be like, okay, that makes a little sense.
well, I mean, I think Matt LaFleur's an elite coach.
It's not him.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think
Off of that tree, though, where did Matt LaFleur come from?
Oh, well, not the Rams.
The Rams.
Is
The Rams
Stafford
are
an-
4.
is Stafford
Elite
really an elite quarterback?
A definite elite coach. I think their point is it's not that Matt Stafford is still elite, but it's like that combination is elite. When you talk about coach-quarterback combination, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, I'd give you LaFleur and Jordan Love, but like you would say that McVay-Stafford's probably one of the best coach-quarterback combos in the league, right? So that's why they said that. That's number 4.
Valid.
Number 5, aforementioned team for you.
Dolphins?
Nope.
Damn. Texans?
Nope.
Damn. Who did I mention?
Another AFC team.
Bengals?
Yep. Bengals are 5. Their signature strength is Joe Burrow. Their weakness is Joe Burrow. What they mean is Joe Burrow's mind, like his football is still good. The weakness is his body, if it's going to hang up. So you're to number 6 now, another team that you already mentioned. You just did.
Dolphins.
Dolphins are 6. Signature strength, a dizzying amount of speed. Worry, weakness, blocking. Number 7, another team that we just discussed.
Packers.
Packers are 7. Number 8, a team that we have not mentioned once so far. Again, the best offenses as written by Gennaro Felice from the NFL.com. Number 1, San Francisco. Number 2, Kansas City. Number 3, Detroit. Number 4, the Rams. Bengals are 5. Miami is 6. 7 for the Packers. Number 8.
Baltimore?
Nope. Close.
Close.
Very close. Not only in proximity, but
Cleveland?
no. This place is much closer to Baltimore than us. And they share a letter.
They share a letter, as in B?
Yeah. Should not be this hard, right?
Bills?
Yes. The Buffalo Bills.
Who are they throwing to?
It should be that hard.
Who are they throwing
I said
to?
in proximity to Baltimore, and they share a letter. The Buffalo Bills would be correct.
Who are they throwing to?
Well, they say the worrying weakness is an over-reliance on Josh Allen. So they're
throw
8.
it to himself?
Number 9, you finally get your payoff here. Brought him up 3 times.
Oh God, I forget who I brought up. I have stage fright. The
Houston Texans.
Houston Texans.
Number 10, Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
Just missed Baltimore, Dallas, Philly, the Chargers, and the Jets.
Angelo said Ryan just sounded like Biden from last night.
Oh my God, stop that. I can only hope we have millions of people watching this show. So, dude, nice. That was well done. That's a good shot right there. So, again, there's your top 10. Browns don't make it, and they're also not on the just missed list. Ravens, Cowboys, Eagles, Chargers, Jets. So, first off, of the top 10, the one that you think doesn't belong, I'll give it to you again, not in order. Colts, Texans, Packers, Bills, 49ers, Chiefs, Dolphins, Bengals, Lions, Rams. One of those teams that don't belong for the top 10 offenses for this season, which one would you pick?
The Bills.
Again, who are they throwing to? This hype around Anthony Richardson with the Colts. I'm not saying that, I guess I'm not believing. But I look at Pittman and I look at Jonathan Taylor, and I'd like to say, if it goes well, it should go well. They've got all these players. I don't think they belong. Just missed. Ravens, Cowboys, Eagles, Chargers, or the Jets. I keep crapping on the Jets, and I really shouldn't. Chargers, you know me and Justin Herbert. I got to see it with Harbaugh. We'll see. Why does people think Philly sucks all of a sudden? They're the ones that I would put on this list.
They just have such a big stink on them because that back half of last year was awful.
Exactly. And I know Nick Sirianni's ass is in the fire now.
Yeah, he's just a douchebag person, first of all, he seems. Not that I know him, but just from the way he acts and talks. And I don't even think he's that good of a coach.
Dallas, they have nothing outside of CeeDee Lamb. I think Dallas is going to suck this year. I really do. And Baltimore, they're in our division. I don't like them. I get it. But you got to remember Mark Andrews, too. They did a lot of stuff without him last year after that knee injury he suffered against the Browns. Or was it the Browns? When did he get hurt on that hip tackle?
Who?
Mark Andrews. Was it the Browns or the Bengals?
It was the Bengals.
It was the Bengals. That's what it was. Because it was a primetime game, wasn't it? I was under the lights. I remember that game. Yeah, that's right. It was the Bengals, not the Browns. So I'm not buying the Ravens. I'm not buying the Chargers. I'll give a little to the Jets. But I think the Eagles deserve to be on that list. They do. So I'd maybe swap them out for the Colts. I could listen. You and I agree. Let me start here. We agree 1,000% on the Bills. The Bills should not be on this list. Can you make a case for the Browns to be on this list of at least either the top? Because look at it this way. They did 10 and then 5 just missed. They don't feel like the Browns are a top 15 offense. I don't know if I should buy that.
I mean, we all know
what it is. And PFN did their who's got the most pressure on every NFL team.
Let him sleep. Let him sleep.
Deshaun Watson. And the thing is, if it's not easy just to say this, but like if you had Dak Prescott on this team, people were saying this is the third best offense in football. At least.
True.
I think it's attainable that Deshaun Watson gets to a Dak Prescott level of football. Is that wrong?
No.
Even going back to a Deshaun Watson level of Houston, which that is so far away, and I'm sick of hearing about the Baltimore game and what he did in Houston and all that. He should be getting back to that. And if you just plug that in and did that, you'd have a top 3 offense. Jerry Jeudy, we'll get the Amari Cooper thing figured out. You don't know what you got with Nick Chubb coming back. We'll see. Offensive line, I thought this was
Did you see that from Nick Chubb?
What's that?
The video of Nick Chubb?
No, I missed that.
Oh,
what happened to
missed
him?
that?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, dude, he looked good. No brace or anything. He was jumping on one leg.
Good. That's it. The Browns just, they do their offseason write-up, and I think it might be Kelsey Russo. Shout out to her. Kelsey's great. And
I
it
just
was
got that notif too.
What's
Wide
that?
Receivers.
They just did that, and they used a picture of Amari Cooper. I mean, who else would you use? But it's like their position preview from Kelsey talking about the Browns wide receivers, and they used Amari Cooper. So it's just funny that with everything going on with him. What were we just talking about before that?
Joe Biden?
No, not after that.
Dr. Disrespect?
Oh, no, stop that. What I was going to say was Warren Sharp, who does Sharp Analytics, and he put out his offensive line rankings yesterday. He still has the Browns at 3. I thought that was pretty good for having questions at your tackle position. So we're going back to if the Browns should be a top 15 offense or not. If Warren Sharp thinks they're still the third best offensive line in football, Brian Baldinger was just talking good about the
but
Browns.
If they're healthy, is it really a question?
Yeah, because you don't know who you're starting to tackle.
Yeah, you do.
Who?
If he's healthy.
Who? If you're starting tomorrow, pretend everybody is healthy. Who are you starting tomorrow?
Obviously, Jed.
Yeah.
And you're not starting DeJuan, I wouldn't.
Okay, you're starting Jack Conklin.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but I think it's going to be a bigger question, obviously, because you do have to factor in the injuries. Listen, I'm not trying to be pessimistic about this. Is it so easy to rubber stamp that the Browns' offensive line is still one of the best in football? I hear it from other people. Great. I'll buy into that.
I think if healthy, yeah.
Yeah, and that's when I go back to this top 15 offense of if the Browns should be on that list with one of the best offensive lines in football, it does come all back to Deshaun Watson. You know that. I know that. Everybody knows that. All right, let's catch our first break of the morning. When we come back, we got the morning update. More to talk about Bronny. We got Guardians. We got the question coming up, including the Guardians made a signing yesterday. A former nemesis to the Cleveland Guardians. We'll get to that. Our Twitter question is up. I'm interested to see how people do on that.
It's so close.
Is it? What do you think? At the end of this season, over-under for Stephen Kwan.
It's so close.
350. I haven't cast my vote yet.
I'm going over.
I'm going to say over 2. I'll say over 2. I think the shift obviously has helped baseball immensely. That's great. But what I also am going to buy into, I think Josh Naylor's going to turn it around. He's going through a little slump. That's fine. It's the hitting around Kwan that's going to help him, right? Like, it's all about what the guys behind him are doing.
It's contagious.
Dude, if you can get Andres Jimenez to just start showing up and put him back in that 2-hole. I know they dropped him down to 6 yesterday. Get him back up to that 2-hole. We'll be doing something. All right, we'll get to that morning update. We'll mess around with the grid this morning as well. Happy to have you along on a Friday edition. If you're new to the show, first off, welcome. I don't know where we got. Did we get the reflog retweet today?
No. I know. Isn't that crazy?
Isn't that crazy? Well, there's might be a lot of new people joining us. I don't know where you came from, but thank you. Happy to have you. Follow us on Twitter, X, at Matt Fontana Show. YouTube, subscribe at that channel, at Matt Fontana Show. We also stream on Twitch, at Matt Fontana Show. And Instagram for all of our reels and whatnot there. Ryan Tyler 33 is his Twitter. I'm at Matt Fontana 83. Happy to have you with us here on a Friday. Appreciate you very much. All right, we'll talk to you after this. Quick break, come back, morning update grid. Back after that.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just, that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yap.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. You saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice, beefy 255, playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the
At Colleague Companies, we are making a difference in the lives of children and families in our community. For 70 years, Firestone Country Club has been a stage for some of the greatest golfers in history, but it's more than just a tournament, having raised over $30 million for charitable organizations in Northeast Ohio. That's why we're proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Colleague Companies Championship at Firestone Country Club. Join us in continuing the legacy of giving back at this incredible event and help us make an even bigger impact in Northeast Ohio.
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby as Authentic takes them around the far turn. Tis the Laws making his move now, and they're into the stretch. These two stride for stride. Authentic, tis the Law. Here's the wire. Authentic has won the Kentucky
All right, let's get on to it. We call it the Morning Update. Welcome back, Fontana Show. Twitter, follow us at Matt Fontana Show. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Twitch, and also the Instagram. We got it all for you, including the Morning Update, all the stories you got to know. But, Ryan, we got to tell you about the Colleague Companies Championship coming to Firestone South. We are going to be there. So the tournament runs July 10th through the 14th. It's the senior tour, the Champions Tour for the PGA. We're going to be there. Our show individually will be there doing our show 9 to 11 on the 12th of July. But we're going to have, like, Reflog's going to be there. I'm sure Josh and Maria will come through. Drennan, you know Drennan's not missing a golf tournament. And it's going to be so great. Like, you're going to see some legend golfers like Ernie Els, Fred Couples, I hope. And I think Bernard Longer is back. He tore his Achilles, but he's like one of the best PGA Champions Tour players of all time. $25. Tickets start at $25, and that includes access to the Colleague Infinity Zone, an interactive area with X Golf, LA Golf, rock and roll stage, food trucks, Horse Soldier Bourbon. They're going to be there. I'm in for that. One ticket, two experiences. Visit colleaguechampionship.com to get your tickets and make it a great day. Dude, I love, again, formerly the Bridgestone, now the Colleague Championship, Colleague Companies Championship. And by the way, dude, shout out to Matt Colleague, man. That tournament could have, and I know the PGA left, but he stepped up and he said, we're going to get something going here. That's a legendary course. I appreciate him very much for doing that because I love it. Again, I don't know if we'll take Fontana Jr. this year, but I kind of want to. He's 3. I think he'll be fine. His real name is not Matt. It's not Junior.
I don't know why you said that.
I don't like saying his name.
Oh, okay.
I don't like saying his name
valid.
on here.
I
So
didn't think about
Fontana
that. That's
Jr.
valid.
is kind of what I call him. So I want to take him a lot. And also, by the way, Colleague Companies are partnered with Folds of Honor. They're doing a military appreciation concert on July 12th with Cameron Marlowe. So, dude, I tell you, man, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be a party. Get your tickets now, colleaguechampionship.com, and we will see you there Friday. Are you
Live
gonna,
show, baby.
Do you want to hang out right after the show and like walk the course a little bit?
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna let my wife know, like, hey, I'm gonna do the show, but I want to get out there and follow. I followed Tiger there before, like way back in the day. Phil, you see that 600 yard? I think it's 17 par 5 A lot of fun, man. Gonna be cool. CollegeChampionship.com for your tickets. Ryan, morning update, please.
Alrighty, well, the Guardians, they dropped the first game of this series against the Royals. They fall 2-1. Ben Lively, good game, though. Six-inning pitch, just 6 hits allowed, 2 earned runs. He gets 5 Ks, 1 walk. Tim Herron and Hunter Gaddis, they each go an inning scoreless, but the bats were not there for the Guards as they dropped the first one. Second one is today. Tristan McKenzie gets the nod for the Guards.
Again, the defense, back-to-back triples. You got screwed up because of Schneemann, and that lost you the game. Ben Lively getting out of that bases loaded. I mean, they did a great job. And again, we had the bases loaded at a point, too. Like, it's the little things in big games like that matter. I'm not going to get too hung up on one game. I asked them to win the series. Get after it tonight with Tristan McKenzie. We'll get you our betting plays a little bit later in the show. Frustrated, but hey, you want to know what? It's a good thing that I'm frustrated because that means I give a damn and I'm watching this team every night like I am. I'm excited. I love this team. They're a lot of fun to watch. 8 o'clock start tonight. It'll be a lot of fun.
Need something out of McKenzie. Just for some
We're
faith,
on this,
Matt.
like,
Just for some
okay, so did you have the signing of Boyd? Was that your next story? Oh, right.
No.
So they signed Matthew Boyd, and he pitched for the Tigers forever. He tore his UCL. He was on Tommy John surgery in 2022, so we missed all of last year. He comes in as a normal starting guy. He's a lefty. He's 31, minor league deal. See what you got. I still need a starter. Gavin Williams is coming. What are you going to do with Tristan McKenzie? And I don't like doing this because it sounds like threatening. It's the reality we're in. I think he's got about 2 to 3 more starts to show that he can help this team this year. And if not, they will send him down to the minors and say, get it figured out. Or dare I say, go get that surgery. And we'll talk to you next year. We're getting into crunch time. And I'll say the same thing about Logan Allen. I'll say the same thing about Carlos. There's only 2 guys that are good and will be on this playoff roster as starting pitchers. That's Ben Lively and that's Tanner Bybee. The other thing is, somebody sent me this yesterday. Look what you did with Ben Lively. Yep. Hammy mentioned that he got DFA'd by the Royals.
Shout out Carl Willis.
Carl Willis is a savant. He's a miracle
the baseball version of Callahan.
Pretty much. And the Guardians pitching, they do that. So I look at it from this standpoint to say, if you can get something out of Matthew Boyd, and I don't know, man, it's a minor league signing, who gives a crap, right? But get something out of him, and then you start putting some pressure on these guys in your starting rotation, you figure out, you see what happens. Who knows? But McKenzie, we're getting into some dicey times.
We are.
Here's my thing. You think of an injury hurting velocity. Injury can hurt mechanics more than anything. Because if you're compensating for, and I'm projecting that he's got some sort of discomfort in that elbow, or who knows, we go back to spring training when that was the thing. That messes with your mechanics. Well, when you're leading the league in home runs and walks, what's that telling me? Your command isn't good. It's because your mechanics are off. Get it figured out. I don't know. He's got a couple starts to go, man, but need one tonight. Who do they got on the hill for them? Marsh? All right. He's riding a 2-game losing streak here. Get after it. You know me. I'm going to just take the Guards minus a 1.5 every one of these games because I'm a glutton for punishment.
All right, well, the NBA draft.
Sorry, I mean,
no, you're good.
I feel good about a little bounce back tonight. I think last night was a little fluky. You got in late.
I hope.
We're getting back tonight. Getting back after it.
All righty, well, the NBA draft.
Sorry. Over 5 runs for the Guards tonight. Mark that. I like over 4.5 runs for the Guardians tonight. We are now open. Shots to Tipico. We love you guys, but we're open on sports books now. Can I get you on that quick? You know what? I'll do it at the end of the show. I don't mean to derail what you're doing. I want to take the Guards, and sometimes you can't parlay that, but I would like to take the Guards. Ooh, I got kicked in the shorts on Call of Duty yesterday. All right. If I took the Guardians same game parlay, here we go. Total. No, I don't want the total for the team total. Over 4.5. And then I want the run line. Guards minus a 1.5. That gets me to 160. Place that bet. I'll place that bet all day long. All right. Sorry. I digress. I won't cut you off this time.
Well, the NBA draft wrapped up last night, and the Cavs did not have a pick in the second round, but that didn't stop them from making a move. It was announced that they are inviting DJ Burns to join their Summer League team. One of the biggest storylines from this year's March Madness. He is a Cleveland Cavalier for the time being.
Go, bring him into Summer League. I like watching Summer League. Developmental guy, see what you got. Good for him. And I'm happy. And I think that had to have been such a tough decision for him. Where right after, and a big story of the tournament, and he's played basketball his whole life, and they come to him and they go, you think about football? Like, isn't that like a shot? Isn't that hurtful to you to sit there and say, like, dude, I've spent my whole life doing this. This is what I want to do. And you're telling me I maybe should do something else. So I'm glad he made it. And the thing is, I think he did the right thing. Go to basketball. Football can always wait. You can't go the other way around. If you started with football, you ain't going back to basketball. Give basketball a good shot. Maybe spend a year in the G League and see if you can kind of, jump onto a team. It's weird that he's not like this. I know he's slimmed down, but he's still a pretty big guy. I think there's actually like a niche role for a type of guy like that. Like that type of body type. You think about Webby and Mobley being tall, like just kind of lanky guys. I'll take a little force down there. I'll take him getting there and roughing up some guys. Not wrong with that.
Nothing at all.
Hey man, good for him. He's on the Summer League, living out a dream. Happy to have him. Appreciate it. You're going to go get a team. How many jersey sales do you think he'll get of DJ Burns Summer League jerseys?
One, at least, because I'll be buying one.
Because you'll be buying one. There you go.
Alrighty, well, it is
I was
official.
going to cut you off again.
I'm sure you were. Bronny James is officially a Lakers. They selected him with the 55th pick in the second round of the NBA draft.
Is that
meaning LeBron and Bronny will be the first father-son duo ever to play in the National Basketball Association. The James family received the news while gathered together at an intimate dinner party in New York. Described the moment as very emotional.
I don't have any time for anybody that's got a problem with this. I think it's a great story. It's intrigue for the fans. The other thing, people sometimes forget, part of being a fan is entertainment. I'm not a fan of the Lakers. I'm not necessarily a fan of LeBron. That is entertainment. I want to see that. I want to see those guys. Could you imagine the first lob dunk for Bronny throwing it up to his dad? I wanted to see it. I got it. I thank the Lakers for doing it. Anybody that's got a problem with it, I don't know what to tell you. Go kick rocks. I think this is a great story. It's a father-son story. Well, the nepotism, find me a walk of life that nepotism is not a thing. And if you don't think that it is, it's probably because you're the beneficiary of nepotism. Sorry.
Alrighty, lastly for the morning update, Matt, have you heard of a game called Arc Age?
No, I'm interested.
I haven't either. And this really isn't about the game, but rather an odd story.
Okay.
So a man from Newark traveled all the way to Florida because he got in a argument with a man playing this game, Arc Age.
Okay.
Flew all the way there, got a hotel in Florida, about 35 miles from this other dude's house who he was playing online with. Went to a hardware store, bought a hammer, broke into his house at 2 a.m., and hit him in the head. Luckily, he was able to contain him, and the cops were able to show up in time and save him. Have you ever been so mad you'd hit a dude over a video game with the head of the hammer?
And that's I play video games, and I play games that would make you rage out. I play Call of Duty. There are cheaters, there's hackers, there's campers, and trust me, I'm sitting there, and I do want to start streaming on Twitch more. I have a Twitch individual called at Matt Fontana 83, but I'm not consistent about it. When I sit down and play,
you need a better name than that, bro.
Well, it's just my Twitter handle. It's at Matt Fontana 83.
You need a better name than that, bro.
But it's consistent. People can just follow my Twitch.
You need a better name than that, bro.
What should I go?
Twitch. I don't know. You got to figure it out.
Well, I got my gamer handle. I don't want to. I guess people would see it. I'm sorry. Please don't add me as the gamer tag. I'm probably not going to accept it because if I think about this, if I was sitting there playing on Twitch and somebody headshots me or something illegal.
Wait, aren't you Xbox or am I tripping?
Yeah, I'm Xbox. Sorry, I'm Xbox. I'm this close to a gaming PC though, and actually becoming an adult. That happens, so my buddies, one of my buddies, Caleb has one, and my two other friends, Pat and Paul, they're on Xbox. So Caleb is really good about, he knows way more than I do about systems, and, he could build me one. And he sends them all the time. He goes, guys, these are laptops. These are gaming laptops. And you buy it, and then you just connect your monitor to it, and I can't tell you how close I am to pulling the trigger on that. Because you want to know why? They play X-Defiant. Now, I can't even play X-Defiant because I have a Xbox One. I've got not even the prior generation. I've got the prior generation to that. So I'll tell you this. I think actually when the new ones come out, I will not be buying the new Xbox. I think I'm going to go to a gaming PC. I say that, I'll say this. Like, I think about it. I get angry. I've gotten angry, but never to a point that I would even yell at somebody, because now they voice monitor all of that stuff, let alone to get on a plane, drive somewhere, and try to physically assault somebody. Here's my question. How the hell did he find out where that guy lives?
Yeah, they said they don't know how yet.
Like, was he yelling like, where do you live, man? I'll come find you. And he goes, I live in Sarasota. And you go, all right. And then you think about how many of these guys on Twitch that they get angry and they drop a word that they're not supposed to say. Who was the basketball player?
Well, I remember that Myers from the Heat.
That's it.
He said a very bad slur towards Jewish people.
And he goes, oh, I didn't know what that word meant. I didn't buy that. But that's what I'm talking about. I would never let a game consume me like that. Like, do I want to win this match in Call of Duty? Sure. Am I a pro? Am I going to win $1 million off of this? No, I'm trying to chill. I'm trying to relax. I think about that meme all the time where it's the guy crying and he's got the game and he's like, me coming home as a 35-year-old dad just trying to relax, getting botted on by 15-year-olds. Like, it is what it is. I never would get that angry on something, but each their own. To each their own, I guess.
Absolutely.
All right, what do you want to do for the grid today? You want to do baseball?
We can take a look at it.
All right, let's take a look. Let's get to it. We call it the Immaculate Grid. So here's the...
Wrong thing. Rip the boost.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Do you want to do baseball?
I think it was our fault. We just didn't hit enough boosts. Or maybe we hit too many. I don't know. So here's where it is with the grid. If you're new, we do this every day. Now, if we were to be on a streak, which unfortunately we're not today, if we do 5 straight days in a week and not miss one, we do a giveaway. We did one a couple weeks ago. We missed on Monday. So we did basketball yesterday. Do you want to screw around with baseball today?
We could try it.
Okay. All right.
I don't know how much help I'm going to be, but...
Well, let's see it. All right, let's see it. All right. You want to just rip down Guardians?
Oh, I clicked on the wrong screen.
Wrong screen. Okay. Guardians. Boston, Manny, Victor Martinez.
Coco Crisp.
That's a good pull. Very good pull. There you go. Dude, oh my God, do I have one for the Twins. Oh, no, I can't remember his name.
Jim
Carl
Thome?
Pavano. Carl Pavano.
Jim Thome?
No, screw that. I want the rarity score. Put Carl Pavano in there.
Who?
He was a reliever. Carl Pavano. That's it.
I would shit myself if it was wrong. That'd be so funny.
It would be funny.
0.7%. Wow, nice. Matt, you were in your bag for that one.
All right, played one game as a catcher. Can you go NR Diaz? He was one of my favorite catchers of Guardians.
How do you spell that?
EINAR Diaz. NR Diaz. I loved NR Diaz.
1%. Wow.
Our rarity score is pretty good.
Our rarity score's crap.
Do you want to have... Oh, okay. So pitched a game. Well, okay. Go back down.
Where?
Played catcher and pitched in a game.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's a tough one, right? I think I got one.
Well, it could be...
Isn't it David Fry?
Yeah, because, I mean, you could be a position player.
That's what I'm talking about, in a blowout.
Yeah.
You want... Well, Yadier Molina, that would probably not be good on the rarity score.
Well,
not
David
that we care
Fry
about the rarity.
works, right?
But David Fry works, doesn't he?
Pitched this year.
He did. I think David Fry works.
Yeah, it's not like you
let it rip. That's okay. Let it go.
You know what I mean? It's not like
yeah. Go David Fry.
I'd be Saudi for some reason it doesn't work.
No. Nice.
Wow.
Yes.
Our rarity score's nuts.
Nice. All right, Mets catcher Piazza. That's not going to help our rarity score, but that's fine.
Well, then let's do a different one.
Can you name me another Mets catcher? Who's their catcher right now? I have no idea. I cannot name you another Mets catcher other than Mike Piazza.
All right.
Jonathan Lucroy go there? I don't.
Mike Piazza?
Mike Piazza. Do you know he only got drafted?
It's only 21%.
Do you know he only got drafted because his dad asked Tommy Lasorda to draft his son?
Talk about nepotism.
And it's funny you bring that up. And he turned into a Hall of Fame hitter because Mike Piazza's dad told, again, I think it was Tommy Lasorda. Let me find out. And he said, we have a batting cage in our backyard. He goes, we hit 1,000 balls a day. His father asked Tommy Lasorda to draft Piazza as a favor. The Miami-Dade County student was drafted by the Dodgers in the 62nd round as the 1,390th player picked out of 1,395. There were only 5 guys drafted after him in 62 rounds. Lasorda asked Piazza to give up first base and learn how to catch to improve his chances of reaching the major leagues. He obviously became an amazing hitter and a Hall of Famer, drafted as a friend because, oh my God, this is how it was. He's the second eldest son of an Italian father, Vince, with brothers Vince, Dan, Tony, and Tom. Tom's godfather, so Mike Piazza's brother's godfather is Tommy Lasorda. So Mike Piazza's dad went to Tommy Lasorda to go, do me a solid, draft my son. Oh, wait, he was a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that's funny.
Isn't that funny, Mike Piazza?
What a good pick.
All right, I would say that worked out. All right, pitch to game Twins. Sonny Gray, doesn't he work there?
Yeah. Right?
Right?
Pablo Lopez, I know.
Sure, do that. And then Red Sox go Pedro. I mean, I'd like to find like a niche one, like a really small. Who was it? It was Mike Cameron. Remember Mike?
Pablo's only 2%.
There you go. Remember Mike Cameron, the outfielder, his son's playing now? He does the Immaculate Grid. He got one where every single one that he did was under 1%.
Yeah,
because he played, so he obviously could do it all. I don't know, Pedro. Oh, you want to go Justin Masterson there?
That's got to be low.
That's got to be a low rarity score there. But I mean, there's guys that only pitched literally one game. Justin Masterson spent time there. What, 0.7?
0.2. Ooh. If we actually finish this out, that's crazy because it's baseball and it'd be our lowest rated score
now here's
ever.
our issue.
Yeah, yep.
All right. Yeah. Crap. We'll take help, by the way. If you want to send a tweet or comment on the YouTube channel, we'll take all your help here.
Who's that one outfielder?
Barry Bonds. The one outfield. I don't know. Curtis Granderson? He played for the Mets, but I don't think he ever went to Boston. I don't think old friend Rajay. Wait a minute. Does Rajay work there?
I don't think.
Are you going to allow me to Google today?
No.
Okay. I mean, I'm struggling on Mets players, let alone Boston.
What about like pitchers? Chris Sale never played for the Mets.
No. Matt Harvey?
Max Scherzer, no. Jacob deGrom?
No. Went down to Texas.
Noah Syndergaard?
That's a good pull, but I don't think he ever went to Boston or do remember when he was the cat's ass and he was ever same with Matt Harvey.
Remember when he was on the Guardians?
Well, no, Noah Syndergaard. When he was on the Mets, like he was so good. Carlos Carrasco? But I don't think Cookie ever pitched for any of the others. Carlos Santana's been everywhere, but he's not been there.
How about this pull, Matt Harvey?
As I said, Matt Harvey earlier, but I don't think he. Yeah, but I don't think so. He went to the Angels, got involved in that Tyler Skaggs. By the way, did you see they took that guy's going to do a tell-all now? The guy that sold Tyler Skaggs of drugs.
I saw that. What about Andrew Benintendi?
No, he's with the Royals now. Where did he go before that?
I know he's in Boston.
I know he's in Boston, but then he went somewhere else for a little while as a rent-a-player, and now he's in Kansas City.
Bartolo never played for... Did he play for the Twins? No.
Yes!
Yeah?
Yes! No. Do that. Bartolo Colon.
Played for the Twins?
Twins Mets, 1,000%.
Really?
100%. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Wow. Well,
that's a good pull, buddy. Well done.
Thank
we
you.
should probably do like just former Guardians players and run it through here. Oh my God.
Boston, man.
Boston.
We got to get this now.
And I'm sure there's some like legacy player that we're not thinking of for some reason or another.
Darryl Strawberry?
No. Doc Gooden?
I'm telling you, who's that? I know I'm saying it again, who's that outfielder?
Yeah.
But I think
Which
he's right,
team?
The Mets. No.
Chili Davis.
Mark Teixeira was the
Yankees.
Not, but what did he play?
Okay, well, Boston. Manny didn't. Johnny Damon didn't. Johnny Damon was on the Yankees, but not the Red Sox. Big Papi, no. Doug Minkiewicz.
Who?
He's the first baseman. He caught the ball because it was a big bitch fest when he caught the final out of the World Series. He put the ball in his pocket, and they tried to come get it from him. And he goes, "This is my ball." And he goes, "It's the first World Series in 100 years from the Red Sox, and you're going to keep the ball?" Was it Doug Mankiewicz? Kevin Euclid?
Cincy boy.
Was he?
He went to TCU.
Doug
Adam
Mankiewicz.
Dunn?
He's been around the block. Am I misremembering Doug Mankiewicz? No, it was him. He was on the Red Sox. Dude.
Does it work?
He works!
Wow.
He works!
Dougman? His name's
Doug, last name M-I-E-N. Just start with the M-I-E. No, M. Did you misspell it?
M-A-E-N?
No, M-I-E-N. M-I-E-N. First one, right there. Doug Mankiewicz.
Does that really work?
Yeah.
You kind of Googled it. Though.
So what? So what? Give me it. Yeah, look at that rarity score. 37.
That's crazy.
Wow. Wow.
That's crazy considering that's our lowest ever and it's baseball.
I know. Scroll down. I want to see who everybody has. Maybe we should mess around with baseball a little bit more. Most popular.
Manny, Pedro Martinez.
Who's most popular for the Red Sox and the Mets?
Pedro Martinez.
Pedro? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yachty. I figure, Yachty would have ruined us bad on that one. Do you want to go up and look at the Red Sox and the Mets and try to find the outfielder that was bugging you? All right, go up. Look real quick. Catch a break, then we'll do... we don't even have to... let's break. I want to break. Let's celebrate the college championship.
It was Red Sox Mets?
Red Sox Mets. You said there was an outfielder that was bugging you.
It was. But I don't even know if it was right, to be honest with you.
All right. Scroll through that in the break. If you find it, we'll come on back. We'll get it done. We'll do timeout when we return. We'll get you our odds for the baseball game tonight, and we got it all cooking for you. Fontana Show right here on Big Play. Stay with us.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yap.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. You saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice beefy 255 playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the
At Colleague Companies, we are making a difference in the lives of children and families in our community. For 70 years, Firestone Country Club has been a stage for some of the greatest golfers in history, but it's more than just a tournament, having raised over $30 million for charitable organizations in Northeast Ohio. That's why we're proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Colleague Companies Championship at Firestone Country Club. Join us in continuing the legacy of giving back at this incredible event and help us make an even bigger impact in Northeast Ohio.
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby as Authentic takes them around the far turn. 'Tis the laws making his move now, and they're into the stretch. These two stride for stride. Authentic, 'tis the law. Here's the wire. Authentic has won the Kentucky
All right, welcome back. Fontana Show right here on Big Play. You can always follow Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. Subscribe there for all the shows. We jump into timeout. Tell you what happened. Dude, the 28th of June. Is it July next week?
Sure is. It's how the world
Dude,
works.
time is flying. But nonetheless, let's head on back in the 28th of June and tell you what we got, including 6 years ago today, 2018. The Spurs became fully engaged in trade talks surrounding Kawhi Leonard. Adrian Wojnarowski that day said the Lakers and the Celtics are involved with Boston having the assets that the Spurs covet. Could you imagine Kawhi going to Boston instead of finding his way to Toronto? Where are you on Kawhi? I think Kawhi is very good. I think the injuries have just hurt him a little bit, but I think he is stellar. I think he's really good.
Yeah, I mean, when he was in Toronto, he was a top 3 player in the league. Probably, honestly, one of the best players, if not in the league that season. And that's one of the things. Like, we talk about, I mean, he had a decent supporting cast. You had Fred VanVleet, you had Valanciunas, but, like, he was a monster.
Oh, no, he did
in that
LeBron.
playoff
He
run.
drug a pretty
That's what I'm
subpar
saying.
team to a championship.
And beat
like,
the Warriors.
That was
a very impressive year.
Kawhi.
He was very good, but like you said, injuries really just absolutely turned his career around.
Is that it? Right. San Antonio, Toronto, Clippers, right?
Yes.
That's it.
He signed with the Clippers as a free agent.
And he was in Toronto for a year.
1 year
But
and
didn't
one of a ship.
Oh, they won in 2019. That's right. This was 2018. He went there 2018-19. They won it. Has he really been in LA for 4 years already?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's just the one thing about Kawhi when he did it, when he stood there, you know what he was doing in the car. He goes, "What to do, baby?"
The rolling a blunt posture.
That, and then the
I need to get that as a hotkey.
We need hotkeys in here, man. We need to get that figured out. This day, 2016, the Indians beat the Braves 5-2 to win their 11th straight game. That was their longest since 1982. Now, it was 2017 when they went on the 26th game, right?
It was 2017.
2017, right. So
The
the
year
year
after the World
after that.
Series.
Yeah, the year after that.
I was at the game that broke the record.
Curse. Oh, not the game they lost. You're talking about the game that they won.
Yeah.
The game that they won.
Break the AL record.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you were at the game that they lost.
No.
I was going to blame you for all of that. You're kind of
Something
into
you would
MMA. We should do our fight picks for this weekend, too.
Who's fighting tomorrow?
Pereira and Yuri Prohaska. I'm really excited for that fight. You're kind of in the UFC. Do you know who Anderson Silva is?
Yes.
He made his debut in the UFC this day, 2006. He's the GOAT. I love Stipe, and I love George St. Pierre. Amanda Nunes is so good. Khabib is so good. Anderson Silva is the best MMA fighter to ever walk this planet. And John Jones, I give credit to John Jones, and he might have been, if he hadn't all the legal problems, they're all up there for me. Everybody looks up at Anderson Silva. In my
boy Stipe.
I think he's the GOAT. I think he's the best heavyweight of all time.
I like calling him Stipe.
Stipe. You know, he went by Steve in high school because he was embarrassed by his name.
It's a badass name.
If you go to Eastlake, where he went, they have he won championships and stuff wrestling, and they say Steve Miocic instead of Stipe. So, but look at him now. Dude, if they cancel that fight again, because do you know the only reason that this fight is happening tomorrow night is because Conor McGregor broke his pinky toe.
Yeah.
Pinky toe. Now, this fight, in my opinion, is better than Chandler versus Conor McGregor. I care more about that, but the UFC's got a big problem. We'll figure it all out. If I said one of the most famous events in boxing history happened this day, 1997, what do you think it was?
Rumble in the Jungle?
No, 97. I was way earlier than that.
I didn't listen to the year.
Oh, 97.
97?
One of the most famous incidents ever.
Evander Holyfield and Tyson.
Yep, bit his ear off. Did he try to sell it on eBay at a later time or something? And now they're all buddy friends. And of course,
I would not be friends with the dude who bit part of my ear off.
Shocked face that Jake Paul actually isn't going to fight Mike Tyson. Oh, gee, who would have seen that coming? That shtick is so old. I can't stand it. This day, 1953, General Motors workers assembled the first ever Corvette. If you had you win the lottery this afternoon, what car you buy? Lambo, Bugatti, Corvette, Mustang, something like that, all tricked up.
A nice, efficient minivan.
There's nothing wrong with a good, efficient minivan. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, a few NBA drafts for you. We go back to 2012. Anthony Davis goes number 1. Cavs select Dion Waiters at number 4 overall. Remember the thing about Dion Waiters everybody freaked out about? They drafted a guy that didn't even start at Syracuse. They took him 4th overall. He wasn't even a starter at Syracuse. Anthony Davis goes 1. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist goes 2. Beal 3. Waiters 4. Remember Thomas Robinson out of Kansas? Everybody, he was a tweener. He was the ultimate tweener. He goes 5. 1 pick ahead of Dame Lillard, who goes 6. Andre Drummond was in that draft. Tyler Zeller got traded to the Cavs, 17th overall. Jared Sullinger, Ohio State legend, went 21. So that was this day 2012. This day 2000, Kenyon Martin goes number 1 to the Nets. Cavs took Jamal Crawford at 8, but he was instantly traded for Chris Min. Always makes me think of Kenny Rhoda. Chris Min. Gotta get the pigs. This day 1988, Danny Manning goes 1st overall in the NBA draft, and the Cavs select Randolph Keys, 22nd overall.
Don't make names like that no more.
Randolph Keys? That's not that crazy of a name. 22nd out of Southern Miss. Very happy birthday goes out to former Indians infielder Brandon Phillips, Bobby Hurley, Bradley Beal, aforementioned, John Elway, Elon Musk, Kathy Bates, Mel Brooks. Favorite Mel Brooks movie? Young Frankenstein, Spaceballs, Blazing Saddles. Watch them all. They're all great. I highly recommend
I don't know what my favorite Mel Gibson movie is.
Mel Brooks.
Oh,
Mel Brooks.
Oh,
Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks. Not Mel Gibson.
I don't even know who Mel Brooks is. I've heard the name.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Mel Gibson. We'll get to that in a second. John Dillinger, Rob Dyrdek of MTV fame, Pat Morita, who was in The Karate Kid, and John Cusack.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. And John Cusack. Was he also not the dad or the grandpa in The Three Ninjas? Did you ever watch The Three Ninjas? Great 90s movie.
No.
Oh, great flick.
Seems kind of racist.
Oh, it was Victor Wong. Sorry. No, Victor Wong was in Three Ninjas, and he's also in Tremors. Great movie. All right, here we go. 3 for you today. They're all movies. We start this day 2002. Well, we just had this conversation about if you just came into an immense amount of wealth. That is the plot of this movie.
Inheritance?
No.
Wait, say that again?
Guy comes from a very, very small town. He sells pizza. And he is inherited $40 billion. And he's got to go to New York to take care of some business. He finds love, calamity ensues.
What year?
2002.
I don't think I've ever heard of this movie.
What?
You mean what?
Very prominent comedic actor. Very popular guy.
Jim Carrey?
No. Of that era, though. Think about that era. You're right. Jim Carrey. Will Smith.
Oh! Eddie Murphy?
No.
Oh,
hold on to Eddie Murphy. You're circling these today, buddy. Hold on to that.
I might be chalk.
Adam Sandler is who I'm talking about.
See, I didn't know there's an Adam Sandler movie with that plot. Oh, wait. No. Is that Billy Madison?
No.
I've never seen that movie.
No,
so I don't
he's
know what
rich in Billy Madison, but that I know what you're thinking about.
Oh.
Sorry. Have you heard of Mr. Deeds?
Yeah, but
okay, Mr. Deeds.
Loosely.
So that is actually based on another, I think, book or movie called Mr. Deeds Goes to Town. The idea is he's some kind of, you know, not backwoods guy, but he lives in like a really small town. He makes pizza. He finds out he has a great uncle that has no kids, no inheritance. He gets $40 billion. He's got to go to New York and deal with it. Not a great movie. Winona Ryder's the love interest. Yeah, it kind of is what it is. All right. Next up, film this date 2000. You slipped and said Mel Gibson earlier.
I did say that.
2000 Mel Gibson movie.
Is that Braveheart?
No, that was 95.
Is that Patriot?
That is correct. The Patriot, this day 2000. Solid flick. You know, I'll watch it when it's on.
Heath Ledger.
R.I.P. Not only in real life, but obviously in the movie, too. Spoiler alert. All right, final one this day, 1996. Who's the other actor I said remember?
Eddie Murphy.
Okay. 96. Do you need more?
Is that too early for Coming to America?
It was not. Actually, it was too late for that.
Oh, shit.
I think Coming to America was early 90s.
Is it Nutty Professor?
That is correct.
Let's
Nutty
go.
Professor, 1996. Well done. When was Coming to America? I want to say that was, 1988. Oh, yeah, that was way before that.
I think it was 1492.
1492? What's that?
Coming to America? Christopher Columbus?
I'm glad. That's pretty impressive you know that date.
How did everybody knows that? Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492.
Did not know that. But well done. Well done on that.
Thank you.
The Nutty Professor, the Patriot, and Mr. Deeds. All this day in history. All right, guards! Let's go. I'm jumping on. Do you think it's worth the juice here on a boost of guards minus 1.5 and over 4.5? Here's where we're at. Let's start things out. Guardians are the slight favorite tonight. Wait. Let me get to the actual book here. I'm staring at too many things here. All right, here we go. Guardians are a minus 115 favorite. Royals minus 105 on the money line. You can get the Guards minus a 1.5 at plus 135. Royals plus a 1.5 is 160. I like the over on the Guardians to score 4 runs. The over-under tonight is set at 9.5. That's pretty high. Of course, Tristan McKenzie on the hill. Last 3 starts, he's got an ERA 4.66 on the year. He's got a loss, a win, and a no decision. His last 3 starts, he has given up 9 runs in those 3 starts. Obviously, an average of 4 or 3 runs a start. The thing is, his last 2 starts, he's only gone 3 and 2 1/3 innings. That's it. You flip it over for Marsh, 5-5 on the year. He's not much better. He's got a 4.4 ERA, riding a 2-game losing streak and a no decision. In his last 3 starts, he's given up 10 runs, going 3-7 and then none in his last 3 starts. So those are your starters for tonight. Trends, Guardians 7-2 straight up in their last 9. But again, they're not playing Kansas City all that well. Just 1-5 in their last 6 games against Kansas City. We are on a 5-game losing streak at Kauffman Stadium. And the under is hit 7 out of the Guards' last 9 games on the road. For Kansas City, under 5 out of their last 5 games at home, 6 out of their last 6 games overall, but they're not much better, just 6-12 straight up in their last 18 games. I will take the Guardians minus a 1.5. Don't know why I feel it, but I'm going to take a minus a 1.5. Hopefully they get a win tonight, turn things around.
Can I bet under McKenzie 5 innings? That's got to be a thing, right?
On No Names Please Sportsbook. Stolen base, singles, triple, pitchers out. Okay, so what you want to bet is this. Over under recorded outs for Tristan McKenzie is 14.5. So if he hit 15, that would be 5 innings. So you want under.
Correct.
I can get you that plus 128, buddy.
Hammer that.
Hammer it.
Put your house on it.
Hammer it.
Your
Plus
wife will
128 under 5 innings. He can pitch 4 2/3 innings and you cash.
Put your kids' college tuition on it. Your wife will understand.
Do you want me to bet that instead of the game?
Yeah.
How much?
I just told you. Whatever you have in your college kids' tuition.
That's not happening. I'll put $10 on that. $10 wins me 13.
Go 15. Live a little bit. It's Friday.
I want to bet the game. And then I also want to bet Call of Duty this afternoon.
Bruh.
I've got a bankroll. It's okay. It's supplement. I'll put 15 on that, buddy. That's on your ass.
All right.
I'm going to come back on Monday. UFC fight. Dude, this one's going to be tough, man.
Yeah, tell me who to throw my money on.
All right, here's the biggest thing I can lay you out for. Alex Pereira is one of the scariest fighters I've ever seen in my life. But Yuri Prohaska is really good. All right. Honestly, what you might want to do, I should pick somebody. I shouldn't sit on the fence here.
Yeah, come on.
Alex Pereira is minus 150. He's a slight favorite. Prohaska is plus 125. What you might want to do is take over on the rounds. Will the fight go the distance? Yes, is plus 400. I kind of like that. Because these guys, I mean, they're strong. They're big. Pereira is one of the best kickboxers in the world. Like, you think they're going to get knocked out. I actually like that fight to go to the distance. I would like to take Yuri Prohaska. By the way, they have fought before, and Alex Pereira won.
I feel like every time I can't pronounce a dude's name, he wins.
So would you rather take Alex Pereira or Yuri Prohaska?
Probably Yuri Prohaska.
Yuri Prohaska is your answer there.
Yuri
I would probably
Pierogi.
take him too. Other big fight that night, Brian Ortega, Diego Lopez. Ortega's a dog. This is split pretty much down the middle. Lopez is a beast, minus 138. Gimme T-City, Brian Ortega, plus 100 on that. Anthony Smith and Roman Dolidze kind of got this thing where Anthony Smith, I think he's not good. So I'll take Rome in that one. Let's see what else we got. Macy Chiasson and Mara Bueno Silva. Give me Bueno Silva in that one. Ooh, this is a good fight. Ian Machado, Gary, and Michael Page. I kind of like the value of Page plus 130 there. I'd probably take that.
Can you give me some chick fights?
That's what the one is. Macy Chiasson and Mira Bueno Silva. They're girls. That's even, by the way, even money, minus 110 each side. I would give me Bueno Silva on that one. Did I say that? Yeah, give me Bueno Silva on that one. Yep, I'll go with that. So those are your UFC picks for the weekend. Folks, have a hell of a weekend. Want to remind everybody about the College Championship, though. That is coming up July 10th through the 14th down there at Firestone. The College Companies Championship with the PGA Senior Tour coming in. Tickets start at just $25. They include access to the College Infinity Zone, an interactive area featuring live music on Rock and Roll Hall of Fame stage, food trucks, activations from LA Golf, X Golf, Horse Soldier Bourbon, and so much more. One ticket, two experiences. Visit collegechampionship.com to purchase your tickets and make it a great day. Folks, have a great weekend. Enjoy the fights, enjoy the game, and we'll talk to you on Monday to kick off your 4th of July weekend. For Ryan Tyler, I am Matt Fontana. As always, take it easy.